Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, I wanted to talk about Stamps.com. This is ticker symbol STMP. And when I first saw this stock was popping and I first saw what was going on, I was like, oh, it's kind of weird. Stamps.com, that's probably a pretty boring stock. That's probably not very exciting, not very interesting. But when you see the gains up 64% today, and even when you zoom out a little bit and take a look at the chart, this is a very, very volatile stock going from 309 down to 220 up to 280 down to 175. The volatility has been here, and volatility is a very, very big thing in terms of making money. You know, the more chances things go up and down, the more plays you can make, the more buying low and selling high you can do. So Stamps.com is honestly a pretty interesting play. But again, the news today that has them up 64% obviously must be a pretty big deal, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much, and subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content so you guys don't miss out on anything we've got going on in the near future. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. That would be absolutely awesome. That would be absolutely insane. But with that being said, here we go. So Stamps.com, again, it started out the day right around $197, just under $200, and pretty much popped instantly at market open, and it traded very, very flat for the rest of the day, closing around $324, and then even after hours it's down to around $323. So things have been very flat, and usually when you see a graph like this of something exploding very randomly, like vertically, and then trading flat, there's usually one thing that should instantly come to mind, and that should be like some type of merger deal, some type of buyout, or what happened here, which is Stamps.com is being bought by Thoma Bravo, or Thoma Bravo, I'm not exactly sure, I've never seen that name pronounced, in $6.6 billion cash deal. The e-commerce shipping software company will become a private company after its purchase. So the privatization would obviously make sense of why something would be trading very, very flat. Obviously, the two companies have agreed on a price. Each share is going to be worth a certain price as long as this deal does go through. That is where a little bit of risk is involved. But as long as everything goes how people kind of expect it to go, these shares are going to be sold for a certain price. So the trading is going to be very, very flat up until this day, unless we start getting news in a positive direction or in a negative direction. So it does make a lot of sense. But this is very, very interesting. Stamps.com agreed to be acquired by private equity firm Thoma Bravo in an all-cash deal that values the e-commerce shipping software company at about $6.6 billion. Stamps.com stockholders will receive $330 a share in cash, a 67% premium over the company's $197 closing price on Thursday. When the deal is complete, Stamps.com, I don't know why I can't talk, man. It's been a long week. Stamps.com will become a private company. Stamps.com said it would benefit from the operating capabilities, capital support, and sector expertise of the software and technology investor Thoma Bravo. They say that Stamps.com is well positioned to capitalize on tailwinds in e-commerce. I think they definitely have a great point there. More people shipping stuff, more people just doing online business, e-commerce. That is an industry that's booming right now, but also has crazy, crazy growth projections into the next 1 year, 5 year, 10 years, all of that. Really, the sky is the limit, and I think we're really just starting to scratch the surface in terms of e-commerce. And yeah, Stamps.com is obviously in position to be at the forefront of all of that. The deal agreement includes a 40-day go shop period expiring August 18th. That is the big thing to keep in mind here, which allows Stamp.com's board and its advisors to initiate, solicit, and consider alternative acquisition proposals from third parties. The companies expect a transaction deal to close in the third quarter. So again, up until August 18th, Stamps.com is allowed to shop this around. They are allowed to see if anyone wants to sell for a higher price, and then in that fact, these 300, instead of selling for $330 a share, you could be making even more. So there is still a little bit of opportunity here. Also, there is the possibility still for this deal to fall out, which is why most likely that these shares are trading at $323, $324 and not $330 flat, because there is a tiny bit of risk involved, or maybe even a medium amount of risk involved. Who knows? That the price per share could change, the deal could fall through. If Stamps.com loses this deal and it decides to stay public, the shares are going to go crashing down. You would think is most likely. So it's really, really interesting. If you do decide to buy some shares for 324, 323, 322, whatever, there is obviously a little bit of money to be made. If you're trying to eke out a little bit of cash, depending on how many shares you could get, you could maybe make $4, $5, $6 per share when this deal actually does finally go through at some point in quarter 3. It will be interesting to see. But yeah, that's why stamps.com exploded today, up 60, almost 64% in just a single day. Yeah, I don't think the volatility is here to stay. I think this one's going to be trading pretty flat in the coming weeks. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about this deal? Do you think this is a good move to go private for stamps.com? Do you think they're worth the amount of money, $6.6 billion? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.